Warning, spoilers. That's all I'm asking, just spoilers. My thoughts on Godzilla vs. King Kong. It was a fantastic movie. The plot was good, the characters were good, although I'm really, like all kaiju films, everyone is usually focused on the monsters instead of the humans. Some people do focus on them, some people don't. For me, I just focused on the monsters, but the characters were good still. And the CGI was very good. Fight scenes were good and etc. What am I trying to say? Basically, I actually rank it to be a 9 or a 10 out of 10. And the reason why I'm making it a 9 out of 10 is there was one negative side, and that's that Megan Fox-like character, that hot chick. Apparently, not with the woman, with Gia, but I'm talking about the other girl. I knew that she was going to portray them. I really knew it. So, and I'm glad that Kong killed her. I don't know, there was something I really did not like about her. But that's just me, though. And I like how Kong, like, grabbed the helicopter or whatever. Or, I think it was a helicopter. And she was like, no, 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 no. Yeah. Also, the Godzilla fight, the first Godzilla versus Kong fight during the sea was pretty awesome. And also, Godzilla wasn't really the real villain, which I'm happy about. Because in the trailer, it seemed like Godzilla was technically the villain. It seemed like it. But since new rumors are spilled, the real villain was actually Mechagodzilla. And believe it or not, I liked the Mechagodzilla's design. It's not the best, though, but it's one of the best. And I also like how the other military company called the Apex was sort of like controlling Mechagodzilla. And also they used the skull or the head of King Ghidorah. Now, at the time, I always thought that Mecha King Ghidorah was going to show up. But unfortunately, it never happened, and it would make sense why. Because obviously, Godzilla killed him. Godzilla vaporized him. So it would make sense why Mechagodzilla, they used Mechagodzilla instead of King Ghidorah. And I also like how, at the end of the film, Mechagodzilla was not controlled anymore. And he destroyed the Apex company. That was pretty awesome. And then when we get to the Kong, and then when we get to the characters, I like the characters. Like, there's one characters of the Kong side, and there's one characters from the Godzilla side. We get to see the two characters, Maddie and her father's name. I forget the father. That they were in Kingdom of the Monsters. I really like that. And on the Kong side, you get this deaf girl who was really being friends with not Godzilla, King Kong, and Godzilla, and Kong was the only friend that Gia had. Well, Gia was the only friend that Kong had, or whatever. Kong, you know what I mean. And I also like how Kong communicated with Gia, and that was pretty awesome. And I also I really liked one of the characters appeared, this fat kid who also appeared in Deadpool 2. Yeah, and that fella again, who was actually in Child's Play, and he was also on the Joker movie. Anyways, I like how he's back again. He they were on the Godzilla side. It was a fun time, that movie. And then when we get to the last fight scene, well, in Hong Kong City, Godzilla and King Kong were going at it with each other, back and forth, until one of them submits. Kong tried to use the battle axe, which I really liked, and it worked on Godzilla, but Godzilla got back up. And I like how even though I'm a Godzilla fan, I liked when Godzilla just stepped on Kong's stomach and he roared when Godzilla roared and King Kong roared both at the top of their lungs. And then some of the Godzilla nerds clapped, and I clapped too. And it was just a fun time to see. And then Mecha Godzilla shows up. And Mecha Godzilla starts to kick Godzilla's ass. And the one of the Kong characters gave Kong some energy, and Gia told him, like, Godzilla's not the real enemy. The real villain is Mecha Godzilla. And I like how both of these two monsters were teaming up. That was actually my prediction. Although I thought it was going to be a cliffhanger, but no, both of these monsters team up against the real villain, and they start to kick the shit out of him. Although, yes, Mecha Godzilla still gave Kong and Godzilla a hard time, but Godzilla used his atomic breath to use that axe, and then Kong starts to kill Mecha Godzilla with the axe. And at the end of the fight, Godzilla shows up, Kong's really exhausted, and Godzilla and Kong went why do I have a stutter problem? They went their own separate ways. My eyes. They went their own separate ways. And I thought that they were both going to fight it out, but no. They were both very exhausted, mostly Kong. You can even see in the movie that Kong was really exhausted. And I'm actually glad that both of these monsters were never going to get killed. None of them. And I'm glad for that. So, and I can't wait till if there is going to be another Kong or Godzilla movie. I really hope so, although it hasn't been announced, but still. It's still, for me, I rank it to be a good movie. I think it's way better than the 2014 Godzilla film, obviously. Kong Skull Island, although a lot of people actually like Kong Skull Island and King of the Monsters. Although King of the Monsters is probably one of my favorites as well. And so I rank it to be as either my favorite or my second favorite. Because both Kong Skull Island and King of the Monsters, both Godzilla vs. Kong and King of the Monsters, they both have good action. It's just, I still rank it to be a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. Both Godzilla vs. Kong and King of the Monsters. Anyways, if you guys are a hardcore Godzilla fan or a Kong fan, you have to watch this movie. It is amazing. The fight scenes are good, the plot is good, the characters are good, and etc. So I hope you guys enjoy the movie.